first time in quite a while. We're having some technical difficulties today. I'll tell you what. I think I'm feeling this retrograde more than I feel retrogrades usually. And I want to do tarot. I have a whole plan for the tarot readings tonight. But it's been a mess since I started. And we're just taking a moment. We're taking a moment to make sure the stream's running good. Making sure that we're staying on our 2 to 4 second lag instead of our 30-second to 1 minute lag that we have had going on for the past few hours. So, before we get into the tarot, since we roll with the creatures of the night, it's a pretty late crowd, we're just going to draw. We're going to meditate. We're going to chit-chat. I'm going to work on this drawing. I'm going to drink wine out of wine out of a water glass. I'm drinking water out of a wine glass. Please don't judge me. Wine's never clear. My drug of choice this evening is caffeine. And my meds are considered drugs to some. Okay? We're just trying to stay calm. So, we had a long-ass morning on here with love readings last night, and I was like kind of tired, but then I got invited to brunch, so we're having a Sunday fun day and a half around here, okay? We'll get into it on the tarot stream, but right now we're just trying to relax. We're getting I wouldn't necessarily call myself Bob Ross by any means. At all by any means. No. I couldn't even, what? If anything, I'm Salvador Dali without all the talent and, extra neurosis or whatever. But I am not. I also don't need all this construction paper in here. Okay. Look at this drawing that I probably shouldn't even be revealing on Twitch. It's probably against some kind of codes. Yeah. I have a variety of styles, I would say, when it comes to my art. For sure. Okay. Where's the drawing that I want to understand. So yeah, we're gonna still do tarot, y'all. We're gonna get to the tarot. I just need to come, kind of relax for a little bit and get into a more meditative state. Okay? Hey, little Hollywood. What the hell is this song? I feel like this belongs on the nostalgia playlist. Whatever this is. Sedona by Houndmouth. This is definitely nostalgia music, whatever it is. Alright. I have been listening to music on the streams to kind of one, overstimulate myself, two, just listening to music while I do tarot is fun. Here's the thing. I've been kind of sick of the randomness or the repeated songs, so I'm maybe I'll put a playlist on, but I couldn't decide which one. And then I was going to ask y'all, but then we had so many technical difficulties that it's man, what do I even do, I think I'm going to go with the nostalgia playlist at least while we're drawing. No, because I'll get depressed. I don't want to listen to anything. You know what? I don't want to listen to anything. Look at this. I will free the ears. I'm just trying not to get frustrated. Sometimes it's little noises can really tick me off. So if you say something in the wrong way when I'm irritated by sounds in general, then it's I might snap. So the headphones are a buffer between my rage and your ass, right? I'm not even threatening anybody. It's not even like that. Cool. This is what we're drawing. I already drew it, colored it. I'm just going to outline it with some pen. I love pens. One of my top favorite mediums ever, besides myself. Okay, this is going really bad. This is a weird day. It's been a weird night. The universe is literally making fun of me. Came up in a tarot reading I watched literally right before the stream. Maybe I don't want to do the tarot. Maybe I want someone else to do the tarot. Maybe I should go tune into a stream. Who knows? Either way, I'm going to put an ad, and I'll be right back. Alright, my deranged ass is back, and I'm realizing that this pen, regardless of how inky it is not doing great on the lead and colored pencils like this. So we'll see how much of it I trace or whatever I'm doing. Yeah. Life is pretty wild. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like, if anything, I'm probably the fucking literal opposite of Bob Ross. He's like, I want you to relax while you paint and learn to deal with your mistakes. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck did you do? Fuck this shit and fuck you too. Like, whoa. I'm kidding. Also, I don't really feel that angry, but I love the, being the anti-Ross, if you will. Right? So I'm getting myself to a calming place. I'm using my own coping mechanisms, my hobbies, my talents, skills, which, when it comes to drawing, are pretty minimal. And I'm getting myself to a calmer, more relaxed state of being so that when I do my tarot readings, they are fair, they are legitimate, they are caring and compassionate, okay? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to trace this whole thing in pen, but now I'm committed to tracing at least the words in pen, so wish me luck. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, great. Oh, that's really great. Okay. Kind of want to trace the mushrooms with red pen. I feel like they'll be cute. Check it out. Looks really good with the pen because it stands out more, but like I said, it's really hard to get it to just trace over this layers of other fabric. Tracing the mushrooms with red pen is a commitment, but I think it'll be worth it. Like, I think it'll be cute, but then I'm like, man, they look really good. So I'm going back. Let's trace a few other things before we commit. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Love it, you know? Love it, live it, bless it. It's just sometimes you gotta just chalk it all up to that. It's like eat, pray, love for people who don't give a shit. Love it, live it, bless it. You don't like it? Oh well, move on from it. You don't want it? Okay, let it go. Right? What's this quote? When I do the chat streams, which is for any category that isn't tarot, basically, I do my makeup or just talk or whatever, I make up a new quote every time. The last one from earlier tonight, I just put "What are you doing?" over and over again because it's what popped in my head to do. I was like, I don't feel like coming up with some romantic, pretentious quote on the spot tonight. And so the only thing in my mind was, what are you doing? 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 And I laughed for several reasons. One, the minute-long lag situation ensued immediately after that happened. Two, if somebody is trying to ask what I'm doing, I think it's pretty obvious and straightforward. Everything that I'm doing. What are you doing? Yeah, dude, you can see it from here. You can barely read electric. Definitely gotta commit to the pen stuff. Just don't know how yet. And I need to commit to the shoes, the legs. This is purple, not black. Definitely need to commit to her legs. I'm gonna just, this looks good. Fuck if I don't know how to draw Vans. We're just gonna do it anyway. We're just gonna make it look a little more animated. I'm really good at like the scribble scratch style drawing. It's perfect. Looks just like a van. That's great. It's really great. Yep. That's fantastic. This one also gonna be fantastic. Just like that. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. I almost had someone else draw the vans. So like, man, what do they even look like? And then it's like, no, just make it up. Let's draw these bells look really good. Yes. Dun, dun, dun. See, I think one thing that I like about listening to music is that it gives me a reason to burst out in a song or songs to burst out into when I'm not doing like straight channel messages, people sing to me. And that's always cool. You know, I really do enjoy singing. And I always consider the music category because I can be really annoying about singing, but I never do it because it seems like that's probably not what people are looking for on here. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, no, this is gonna be fucking sick. Maybe what I'll do when I'm done tracing this drawing in pen, perhaps then I will go on Instagram, pull a few cards, and tell everyone to come see me on Twitch. Because I do feel like when I agreed that I would switch to the Instagram platform and give up on Twitch for the evening, the universe complied by more or less alleviating the fact that I was having lagging issues. Great. So, what's that really say other than I owe Instagram a reading, essentially? So, is what it is, I suppose. And I really hope the British accent's not like here to stay. Because I feel like that'd be kind of embarrassing at the end of the day. Yeah. Cool. We're relaxed. We're chilling. We're having a good time. We are awesome. We are alive. We are vibing. We are thriving. We are a community of people who are like-minded. We can have differences and we can discuss it, right? What we're not going to do is be complacent. Hey. Love that. Cool. Yeah. I'm really glad I did the pen. I think we got outline the mushrooms with red. I think it'll look good and sweet, actually. I'm kind of excited about it. Not even gonna lie. I think it'll look cool. Yeah, so anyway, not really that good of an artist. I don't even pretend like, I realized a long time ago that I wasn't that good because nobody really ever buys my shit. And that's okay. You can't force things upon people. It's nice that in more recent years I found those who do appreciate what I do and want to support and other things of that nature. But hey, no harm, no foul, whatever. It's all a difference of opinion, really. Okay, so whatever. But this drawing in particular, it was inspired just by my outfit that day, and also inspired by the fact that I was like actively going out of my way to start drawing again. And I just think, I've always kind of been my own muse, and we proved that in one way of reading all the poetry out of that book I wrote 10 years ago, more than that, and hearing that there were other muses along the way, but at the end of the day, I'm really writing about and to myself, right? So I figured if I was starting from a place, drawing, writing, even streaming, sometimes when no one's on the tarot streams and I got the cards out, I'll just straight up be like, okay, I guess this is going to be personal then. I guess I'm having a personal reading in front of everyone who watches the replay because no one's here or whatever. Um, I am my own muse, for sure, for sure, for sure. No problem with that. But this I was pretty proud of because it's a little more intricate than any drawings I've done, lately, maybe even ever. Drawing is so tedious in a way, it just never. I mean, it always did appeal to me in a sense, but I never really developed the skill because it's so time consuming to draw in the first place that it does feel like almost boring, to get better. Whereas there's other practices where the practice, of course, it makes perfect, but sometimes the practice just ain't really worth doing for some things, and it is for others. Drawing is not one of them. Painting is not one of them. Modeling is one of them. Tarot is one of them. I think it's just important to have hobbies that you don't monetize or be too hard on yourself about or anything like that, because we have to, I don't want to say be able to cope, but in a way that's true. We've just got to be able to roll with it. How to roll with the punches and not get hit is another quote in that book. So we gotta be able to think ahead, think on our feet, think of all three versions of us in any given moment that we have, right? Yeah. Really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. This ain't even gonna last that much longer. I really don't plan on staying on this category, stream, channel, etc. I'm gonna go back to the tarot. I literally need to take a second to assess myself and my situation because it was low-key freaking us out a little bit. It was freaking us out a little bit that I was having the situations that I was having. Technologically speaking. Pretty funny stuff, to be honest. Pretty funny. If I do say so myself. Electric watermelon lollipop, neon lemonade in a cup. Yeah, I don't know. Yes, this is gonna be sweet / already is sweet. Yes. Love it. Definitely glad that I made the exact decision to add some line work with the pens. And I'm glad I didn't commit to all of it being in black. I'm glad I've switched up the color a little bit in this. I think it's looking pretty cool so far. I'm going to finish it right now. It'll be cool. Just fuck it, It's kind of how I live my life. So... what are we doing about the mushrooms, though? Am I gonna trace the mushrooms in red? I think it'll be cute, but I'm worried about it. Let's see how the watermelons look. Pretty good so far. Love that. Okay. Sometimes with art, it's better to just know you're going to be messy instead of trying to pretend like you aren't messy, I think. Or at least it's how it is for me. And these mushrooms are looking real clean, real not messy. I'm afraid to mess them up. Anyway. Or have too much red or anything that could happen. Whatever, but it's just art, so really no dire consequences. Unless there's something I should know about. the green is kind of hard to see of all the colors. But I think it's just enough. Wow. Yeah, I actually love this. I am so glad that we just like sidetracked to art. If it weren't for the lag, I would have never had to use the mobile app. And if I didn't use the mobile app, I would have never been forced to pick the category of art. And if I hadn't picked the category of art, I wouldn't have been inspired to draw right now. And I may not really be drawing anything as much as I'm tracing my own drawing. But you hear that, right? Like that counts. I'm happy that it worked out this way. Getting a drawing done. I mean, it's great. No, it's really great. I'm happy. I'm going to do the mushrooms in red. It's way more subtle than I expected. And so far I have 0 regrets. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. Yeah, I think it's cute enough. I would say it's probably cute enough. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. Nice. That's awesome. I'm tracing this drawing in pen. It's looking good. It's just kind of making all the designs pop. Really happy with them. The anti-Bob Ross. I'm here to make you feel like shit while you draw. No, I'm just kidding. Retrograde seems to be hitting us hard, huh? I think the lag issue has cleared itself up. I'm pretty much done with this little tracing project already. I'm going to run an ad real quick. I know you just got here, but I wasn't paying attention at the time, so bear with me. Okay. So, cool. I'm pretty much done with this. I need to add some colored pencil, and I don't have them over here. I like it. It's my favorite drawing maybe I've ever done, just because I don't usually do stuff so detailed or give a fuck when I draw. But, did that. Cool. Gonna finish coloring this somehow in some way, and then I'm gonna go back to the tarot streaming. Okay, so maybe I gotta approve here or something. No, I don't know. I don't know anything about Discord, just like I don't really know anything about Twitch, so it's alright. Yeah. So, what can you do? Not much. Yeah, so it's the new moon tomorrow or tonight, I guess, maybe after midnight. I don't really even know when in particular. But it is the new moon. And with full moons, we talk about what we're releasing and stuff. And new moons, we kind of do like what we're manifesting, gaining, adding, right? So that's going to be something we discuss on the stream. And we'll also still do our zodiac readings for Libra season, just a few card pulls. I might be too, well, here's the thing. Being tired is like as close that we get to death, you know, as possible, like being sick. So I feel like I'm either too tired for the energy that gets expensed with the Halloween Oracle, or being tired is literally the perfect time for the Halloween Oracle. And we're just going to have to decide that, like, once we get all the other stuff out of the way. Yeah. But hopefully we get to that. But I think it's imperative to discuss the new moon and then to do our zodiac insight polls for the month. Okay? And still deciding on what decks, because I want to do the Halloween Oracle and Demon decks attached each other to themselves. So I'm like, heard. I'm wondering if I should, how to say, like, just leave it at 2. I try to do like 3, I guess. Not working with a huge physical space. So maybe like 2 card pulls are the answer solution, you know. If not, I was gonna add the Thoth deck as the 3rd card. And grab the mystery deck instead. Yeah, we'll see what works. I don't know what works. All I know is it's a weird fucking Sunday. Aliens probably fuck with me pretty heavy in some regard. Yeah, showed some people my alien conspiracy site today, and they were like, you know, that's like not believable. And I was like, thank you. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Okay. Watermelon sugar high. Love it. Okay, this just kind of ended up being really boring. It's okay. You know, I got some Disney shit stuck in my head. It's like, someday my prince will come. But I keep hearing, when you're fast asleep. You know? So it's like funny. Because I doubt that it's the same song. I think, yeah, dreams a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. Do they sound the same, or am I getting some weird encrypted message from the pervert himself? Walt Disney, you know what I mean? Because, oh, dude, you're good. We've been fucking around the whole time. Look, I'm in the art category because I'm trying to calm myself down before we do tarot. The lag seems to have worked itself out. I also am really into certain Disney movies. I'm not into the whole cult of Disney, if you will. but Disney movies fucking slap. I hanging out with a toddler, aka babysitting. Um, it really I revisited so many Disney classics, and I was like, damn, every single one of them are pretty much a banger. Old school, old style, hand drawn animation. Just you think you that it can't be topped, and then you watch their CGI shit, Pixar, any of it. It's like, oh my god, nonstop bangers. That's when I have. No, I did revisit it. It's really wild to think that. First of all, Belle was pretty much like a young child, girl, whatever. But second, I keep doing the list thing. It's starting to irritate me. Am I dealing with someone really like? I don't want to say anal retentive, but I just keep hearing the listing, the one and two, and I usually don't. I feel like I don't usually do that, and I don't understand where it's coming from. Who's trying to like list it off? I don't know. So, anyways, yeah, I wow. So, Beauty and the Beast wigged me out because like Belle's really young. But the crazy thing is, the Prince, the Beast, is also really young. Well, you're married to a Virgo, so that makes sense that you'd be that way and be attracted to Virgo. Oh my god, The Little Mermaid I watched really recently. And that shit held up intensely, man. It's so good. I used to watch it so much when I was a kid that I got sick of it pretty quickly. Like when you get older and realize there's more options, you're like, damn, I played that shit the fuck out. But I rewatched it with my niece, and oh my god, it's good as fuck. It's literally so good. It's so funny. The animation is beautiful. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Disney movies, high key slap. That's how we got to this conglomerate situation in the first place. I got Disney Plus because I have Hulu. And they fucks with each other, then I fucks with them. Who was 11? Oh, the Beast. Is that what you mean? Yes, that's what I'm saying. This wicked woman walks up into somebody's house, and like, granted, they should have been nicer to her. She was like homeless or whatever. It was cold out. It was raining. But then she fucking curses a child to be a monster if he doesn't get married by his 20th birthday or something like that. And it's like, what? The Beast who's been living alone in solitude and is grumpy, evil. This dude's just like some 20-year-old kid who's like, yeah, some bitch cursed me because I didn't invite her to my fucking party. And then the other thing that wigged me out is like when you're a kid, you don't think of the fact that like when these stories are set in different timelines, or not timelines, but different periods of time, they're essentially all dead by the time we watch it, even though they're fictional in the first place. And that also tripped me out to think back and be like, damn, all these Disney princesses are just like dead the second, like before they even get to me. So yes, I do like Steven Universe. Here's the thing about Steven Universe. I was super into it, loved it, kind of obsessed with it, like think it's so cute, loved the lesbians, the crystal gems, everything about it. Where the fuck is season 5? And why can't I watch it on Hulu? I can watch the first 4 seasons on Hulu, so I'm caught up. I watched a few episodes of season 5 when they first came out on some sketchy website. And the hiccups a little bit. On some sketchy website. Where do I watch season 5? I never finished it. So just the fact that it's not on there, even though Cartoon Network has its own network channel on Hulu, where is season 5? And honestly, I wasn't like super into like the way they were moving the plot. No spoilers. I liked some of the arcs they were doing, especially in regards to Pearl and Rose Quartz. Didn't really love like the anticlimactic fighting or the separation of realms. It was almost like the Lars plot was really good, but it was like too far from like where we were going, you know? And I just can't stand a show that loses plot. I feel very not can't stand it. I still think it's cute. I like Steven Universe, but I think of something like Rick and Morty, same thing. I loved season 1, 2, and 3. They hyped it up. They were developing a plot, which is really hard to do for a show like that. Season 4 comes out. I didn't finish it. I think they're on season 6 now. I never even finished season 4 because it's like you got too big for your britches, bro. You don't know where to go. You moved it too fast. You are, diving into the jokes too much. You just like you can tell how they want to make people laugh more than they want to have like a cool science fiction cartoon show. And I think that there was a crowd of people watching Rick and Morty who were hoping for that cool science fiction cartoon show. And they gave us more slapstick comedy with sci-fi elements, in my opinion, because they had a really good plot going between Rick and Bird Person, the Citadel, all of it, and maybe they picked it back up, but they did not do it fast enough in season 4 for me to give a shit. So it's kind of how I feel about Steven Universe, but for like kids, Rick and Morty for kids. I'm kind of kidding. That would be a bit of a stretch, but yeah. So I hope that answers your question. And sometimes I wish I didn't talk so much because I think some things don't need that thorough of an answer. You would think that I thought about it before, but usually a lot of my thoughts are impromptu unless stated otherwise, where I'm like, oh no, you shouldn't have brought up Mortal Kombat. Now I'm going to never shut the fuck up about this ever again. Congratulations. Bye-bye. You know? So, yeah. You know what's so funny? I keep noticing. Sorry, yeah, I don't know. I'm really all over the place. Um, I keep noticing people like referencing photos from like the early 2000s and being like, haha, I love how cheap the celebrities look. And it's so funny because it's like, oh, they were humble, they were tragically a part of a really bad era in fashion. Oh, you're fine. I don't care. But in reality, I think they just weren't all uber rich, and I think that maybe a lot of them had money, but they were not necessarily like billionaires or millionaires or even 100,000aires. A lot of them were still really young, and so they were like, I don't know, just dressing the way that appealed to marketing to children, right? That's what celebrities were doing. You can see it from Ashley Tisdale to like even old Rihanna having the bad outfits that looked like they were made at Kohl's, right? The designer wear was casual. It was like a whole era. But in reality, it was like using the celebrities to sell outfits to children. A lot of them were children themselves, but a lot of them were teens or getting into their 20s and still were kind of, being that model for children. And so I think there was two huge jumps, one in the income of said celebrities, musicians, actors, etc. The people you would once see in magazines, People Magazine, Teen Cosmo, whatever the fuck. So they got like this increase in money, which also like, I'm sorry, you're saying they got richer, we got poorer, but inflation makes it what? It's hard to keep up, isn't it? Let's just run an ad break. How's it going? How's it going? Probably need to get back to tarot the later it gets. The more freaks are going to show up and wonder where their cards are. Just kidding. Nobody pressures me that watches my channel. It's always the randos who never stick around that do. Here's my signage. I don't like it. I don't like the shape. It kind of reminds me of the Rugrats, but not in like a cool way. I don't know how else to explain that. It's missing something, and I just don't know what it is. I just don't like stuff to be so rounded almost. It's like a weird shape. Just hang it up. Not there. Maybe there. Can't read it anyway, but that's okay. Hi. I think we are concluding the art portion of the evening. I think I'm gonna switch back to, I know, it's like, how many times are you gonna start the stream over, but obviously the Twitch views were kind of affecting that decision to do so. So make sure that you draw. Make sure you have habits that don't feel like work. Make sure maybe that you have habits that are a secret that you don't show anybody. The fact that I showed you all my drawings is hilarious. Or the fact that I'm reading my poetry, all of the works. Make sure you got hobbies. Make sure that you love what you're doing. And if you don't, make sure you're doing stuff you love, okay? That's going to be our little anti-Bob Ross art message. I'm going to take hopefully 5 to 10 minutes, but last time I said 20 minutes and was gone for an hour, so we know it means nothing. Time means nothing in this house. It's all divine timing. I'm going to be back. I'm going to just take a second, chill out, use the bathroom one more time, probably smoke more weed, put some stuff away, hopefully 10 minutes. I'm shooting for 10 minutes. And then we're going to get into the zodiac readings. I think something's happening. And, I don't know what it is. And I don't know if it has anything to do with me, even. And like I said, tomorrow's the new moon, so we'll get into that. Will be the first thing. But then, how to say that something's happening. So I, really had to, zoom and get in the right headspace before we did this. Which is interesting, because usually tarot, it's not even that it comes easy to me, but it's very free-flowing, it's very loud, it tells me, but this was I knew which cards I picked out and what I wanted to do, and that's why we had technical issues, because it was excuse me, center. There's going to be some really good messages and some surprising stuff that's coming out of this reading, and I think that's why it's I don't want to say it's going to be a big deal, but it does feel like it might be a bigger deal than we are expecting. Okay, so we'll see how it goes, and I'll see you in a few. Thank you for coming to my art hour, 444. I will be back on tarot. The lag has clearly fixed itself. We're good to go. I'm centered. You're a potato. You're a dinkness. Down with the dinkness. Okay, I gotta go once more. But I'll be back with tarot this time. So, thank you for sticking it out for this weird-ass evening that's ensuing for no reason. Okay? Ta-ta for now. Love you.